Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers and welcome back to Mercury Farms. It's it's actually almost 8 o'clock in the morning now. I am selling our slurry from the cow barn down to BGA to make digestate. I've sold our silage overnight, got some money from the BGA, and I've been selling digestate. And I stopped selling digestate because, well, the price has dropped dramatically, but it has brought us up. If you remember last episode, we just barely got over $1 million. I think it was like $1 million. And I don't know what, $20,000. Now we're up to $1.45 million from selling digestate, and of course all the silage in this bunker right here where that belt system is. As I almost tip over my truck, I did leave the silage in here just in case for the cows because the animals are starting to get low on food. And I mean, if this is the last in-game day that I'm here, then we're fine. But I'll leave that little bit of silage there in the meantime. As for slurry, if we go into the cows, yeah, they only got 11,000 liters left. You can see their total mixed rations down to just under 100,000. They got tons of milk, which is good. The sheep, well, they're okay. We got plenty of hay, and the chickens, Red Rover, everything's red. But it's fine. We got food for the chickens, and I definitely want to keep the chickens fed because of the eggs. So with us selling some slurry there, we are going to grab our trailer now, and the first thing we're doing today is all that sugar beet is ready to go. The garden center is now offering $160 per, so I cannot pass that up because that's, I haven't been paying close attention to the sugar beet prices until, well, we harvested that field there, but it's a better price than we were selling when we were harvesting that field the other day. So we got 50,000, 500,000 liters. I did turn the traffic off finally. It was starting to get annoying because I've been on the road quite a bit, going up and down from the BGA down to the garden center, and the way the traffic is, they're all lined up in a row, and sometimes I was waiting there. I'm like, I need to get this done. So I turned traffic off. It's been off for a while. Part of me wants to turn it back on to see if the cars finally have reset themselves so they're not all in a line. And the reason why they were doing that is because over at the livestock market field, I expanded the field quite a bit. So when workers were at the end of the row, of course, traffic stops for workers, and that's how traffic got piled up. Any hoozle. Let's come in here, and I don't know why I said any hoozle, but I did. Where are my sugar beet? Yeah, let's go ahead. So yeah, we're gonna have almost 6 loads of sugar beet to go, this being load number 1. So on the digestate at the garden center, at the end of last episode, I took just about 10-minute break and started selling more digestate, and I was getting right off the bat $48,000 per trailer. The trailer I delivered just early this morning at like 4 a.m. in game time. Yeah, they only offered me 28. Well, not offered me, but I got $28,000. So I said, all right, I'm not going to sell any more digestate for a while. I'll have to wait until next week when the prices reset. So we'll see how it goes then. Of course, I want to get the max dollar as I can. So right now, it's looking pretty darn good that we're going to be going back to the Pacific Northwest with at least 1.5 million. I don't plan on, after we sell the sugar beet, we're going to harvest all these small fields down here. The field right there that we're kind of looking at, that won't take long. And the soybean fields over there, that's going to go into the silo because right now the price, yeah, it's not good. Oh wait, I think I did check on oats. We do have oats, and the oat prices are pretty good. It's up to like the 900 and something. So I should be selling that actually because oats don't really get much higher than that. Wait, did I come to the right place here? Let's double check first of all. Oats, $9.15. That's a pretty darn good price for oats on the Harn Economy. Garden center, yes, sugar beet. All right. So 90,000 liters. Now it's not going to be fantastic because it is sugar beet. but this is all the sugar beet left over from the livestock market field. Now, I remember now harvesting that field, we were putting it all in a silo because the price sucked. Yeah, so we got $14,400 for that. And of course, we filled up our silo pretty darn quick with sugar beet. So I don't remember. I want to say we almost got 1.5 million liters of sugar beet off that livestock market field. That big field of soybean that we harvested yesterday. That's what we call the livestock market field, in case you're new here. So yeah, we got like 1.5 million liters of sugar beet. Well, our silo only holds 500,000, so yeah, we sold the other million for whatever price was going at the time. And now it's time to sell the rest of it. So here is trip number 2. So yes, we will be back to Mercury Farms next week. How many episodes? At least 2, maybe 3, depending how much. Because I'm only gonna have one more field to harvest, and the rest will be just selling off stock and such. So yeah, this is the livestock market fields we called. And oh yeah, remember I said the harvester? It's still there. Yeah, so we're going to harvest these 2 fields here today, soybean into the silo, and then we'll jump across the road, harvest the canola into the silo, then I'll leave this sunflower field here, and that shall be it for harvesting for us on Mercury Farms. And then it'll be just a matter of selling the milk, eggs, wool, and then, well, whatever left we got for digestate and such. And then it'll be pretty much of kind of like save the game, turn off auto save, and just start selling everything to see how much the farm is actually worth and force the habit. I'm checking for traffic when there is none. So yeah, I'm not sure how much I'm hoping the farm itself, other than produce and products, will get us around $10 million, because that'd be nice to get the loan on the Pacific Northwest down below 40 million. Which I think we're going to be able to do, because, I mean, first of all, we're going back $1.5 million this week. I do plan on buying the field on the western side of the river for $460,000. So that's going to leave us at least $1 million to take off the loan right away, which is going to be really nice, just to get that nightly interest payment down a little bit further. So that's my second load. I got, what did I say, like 4 more to go. I think I said 6 in total. Is that correct? Yeah, because 5 loads at 90,000, that's 45,000, yeah, 450,000 liters. And then, yeah, I'm still looking for traffic. And then another 50,000 liters after that. So instead of boring you, I don't know, maybe you're enjoying watching me just go back and forth from the silo to the garden center. But yeah, after a few trips it can get kind of monogamous. So let me go ahead and get a couple of these trips taken care of, and then we'll bring it back for like the last trip. We'll see what our total is up to. Yeah, it should be getting pretty close. It should be over $1.5 million by then. I hope so, or something's gone completely wrong. And finally, the last load of sugar beet. After harvesting the sugar beet that was yesterday, and now unloading sugar beet here, I think I'm starting to have the same feeling as I do with the pigs in FS19 as of no more root crop harvesting on any other map other than the Pacific Northwest. I mean, it is fun to do different things now and then, but it's a lot of work to do root crop harvesting just because you get so much more of a yield. And yeah, it's just more work having to store and, you know, running back and forth and selling it. And of course then you have to buy the special equipment. I realized you can actually, I think I did look, is there any small root crop harvesting equipment in 19 in the base game? I think I remember looking at that and I was like, where's all the small stuff? And I think the only thing you can do is buy the harvesters themselves. I'm pretty sure there's mods out there. What we're doing now is we're going to load up with the oats and head on up to Windmill Hill, because like I said, it's selling for $9.15 right now, and we got like 70,000 liters or so. The sunflower price is going up, so that will probably be harvested in this in-game afternoon next week. Well, actually, that price has stopped going up, and that's not a really great price right there. Well, we'll be harvested either way. It's going to have to be, like I said, next week will be the last week on Mercury Farms. I'm guessing probably 2 episodes. I think that's what we can do, because one episode would be harvesting the sunflower and selling off crops, and then the episode after that will be pretty much like selling the wool, milk, and eggs if we already haven't done so by then. And then, of course, I got to do the magic of just selling off everything. Everything must go, just so I can get an idea what the price of the farm is. Yeah, so we got actually 74,000 liters of oats. And like you just saw, the price of 900 and something-ish. Also over here, when I was harvesting the sugar beet, the harvester had a little bit of a hard time coming up that hill. It was getting a lot of wheel slippage. And I think in our harvester, I went with, I don't remember. Did I go with like the really high horsepower engine? I can't remember. Anywho, I almost said any hoozle again. I don't know why that's stuck in my head. Let's go ahead and sell these oats, and then we'll head on down to those 3 small fields and rip those up this afternoon, or this morning, I should say. So there's $1.6 million. And that's pretty much what we're going to have today for cash. That's roughly what we're going to be going back with. I'll leave all the rest of this. So it looks like I'll be transferring $1.6 million over to that bank account. The rest we'll keep here for whatever reason at the time. I don't need more than $1.6 million back at the Pacific. Well, I could use $49 million, but then that series would be over too as well. But yeah, we'll be paying off $1 million that loan. Well, as you're watching this video, it'll be tomorrow. Do I got this? Yeah. This is Wednesday's episode. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm all set. I'm all good. Alright, so let's head on down here. Let's not just keep driving forward, because I don't want to ruin any of my sunflowers. Hopefully that price gets a lot better. I may have to skip a day or so just to get a better price, but at a certain point you just got to say that's the price and go with it. I'm going to leave the truck here, because, I mean, this is soybean we're talking about here. I'm not going to fill up the harvester that much, am I? I don't think so. Yep, so this was me that, this is how I moved the harvester after the last episode. I said, yeah, probably come back when he's still sitting here. And I was thinking about it when I was selling the digestate. So, that's right, I got to move that harvester. I got to do it before I start recording. Get it all set up. And then, yeah, I forgot about it. Now, let's see. With no traffic coming along, I'm not doing this right. This is all wrong. Driving with a header like this on the harvester. But I believe I can sneak into the fence from the main road here. And since there's no traffic turned on, we are all set to go. So like I said, I think it was yesterday's episode, or the day before. I'm getting this happy, sad feeling here in Mercury Farms. It's a sad feeling knowing that, well, this is the last time I'm harvesting certain sections of, like, oh, the last time I'm going to be here. And then the other excitement of me is like, well, we get to go to a new map and start afresh. And oh, I can sneak in there pretty well. Yeah, we'll be starting off with seasons. Although I'm not hearing much about my map at this point. The map is not released yet. So it's not too bad that I got to go another week here at Mercury Farms. So yeah, I gotta figure out what's going on there. I'm actually looking at 2 maps I would like to have seasons on. So I'll have to see how it goes. That's all I can say at this point. So I don't have a series set for right now, right after Mercury Farms. But I got about 2 weeks for something to take place, or give me some information. If not, I'll figure out something. Alright, so how are we doing on the harvest here? I think I may not get this whole field in the harvester. We're collecting it pretty darn well, actually. So I've been kind of keeping my eye on the prices of the animal products like the milk, eggs, and wool. just in case. Milk wouldn't be too bad to sell because, it's just filling up the tanker. I was actually looking at the auto-loading trailer for the pallets because we're going to have a lot of pallets to bring. And I thought, well, I could lease it, for how much money we're going to have. Leasing it for a little bit, it'll just make it a lot easier for me to end the series instead of sitting there for 20-30 minutes loading up. I mean, what's leasing a trailer for? I know it's like $58,000 for the trailer. Probably leasing it's going to be like maybe $3,000. And what's $3,000 once you you got that many pallets to go? Yes, I'm also hoping the price of soybean and goes up again pretty darn soon. I understand why it's low because we sold. Was that 100 and... No, not 100. Yeah, it was 100 because we had a full trailer and then 20,000. So it's like 110,000 liters yesterday. So all the sell points are probably saying, no more soybean. And I think that's what the garden center was telling me with digestate this morning when I brought another trailer. And they're like, all right, well, it's not 48,000 anymore. Here's your 28,000. I'm like, ooh, that's a big drop. Yeah, I'll come back another day with more. I do believe at this moment I got like 200,000 liters of digestate at the BGA to go. So about 3 loads. So if I can get it back up in the $40,000 range again, that's fine. But I was shocked yesterday. I mean, I figured I was going to get for 70,000 liters. I was guessing like, $5,000 to $10,000 in that range. I was not expecting to get up in the $40,000 for 70,000 liters. That was a surprise, and that's why our money is up so high. And it makes me second guess of spreading the digestate on the fields at this point because, yeah, I mean, I spread a lot of digestate. I mean, I was spreading pretty close to 200,000 liters of digestate on that big livestock market field. So you're talking at we'll just say at $40,000 per trailer. Yeah, we're talking $120,000 worth of digestate I spread in that livestock market field every time I was fertilizing it. It's not going to cost me that much in artificial fertilizer, so I lost a lot of money that way. But you know what? I shouldn't be looking at it that way. It was fun to use the injector, use a mod to put down a digestive tank holder, and mix up what we were doing a little bit. But yeah, we lost a lot of cash by spraying that digestate on our fields. Well, this pretty much wraps up the soybean harvest. I will say this has been one of the oddliest shaped fields I've had in a while. I'm trying to figure out a good pattern to go around this field. Never quite found it, but made it work. So I probably got pretty close to 22,000 liters of soybeans out of these two fields. Not bad if I do say so myself. Don't know who else is going to say it, but I did. Alright, so let's go ahead and actually what I'm probably going to do to start things off with, I'm going to get this guy over to our canola field. I'm going to set him off on a worker. That way I can bring the truck on over, put that into the silo, and then we're actually going to grab the Dude's Fire and bring the other trailer over. Because I do not need that big trailer for what we're doing. You go ahead and do your job there, sir, and it's not going to take you too long. It's not going to take me too long, so yeah, trying to see, 22,233. Looks good to me. So that should bring us, if the price is good as it was the other day, pretty close to 20 grand. I wonder how our fields look like. What work would I have had to do? Well, this field needs lime. This field needs lime. Oh, that field needs lime. Hello. Obviously, the corn field and the sugar beet field both need to be plowed. And that one up there needs to be limed. Yeah, so I had quite a bit of work to do to get some of these fields over, but nothing really out of the ordinary that we normally don't do anyways. Let's go ahead and park this guy right here for now. And we'll grab our wonderful Dutzfire. Could use some repair on it. Now, I think halfway through the series I added the DEF fuel mod, and yeah, I'm not going to even get a chance to even use it. Maybe that DEF fuel needs to be tweaked just a little bit. It probably is realistic on how much it's actually using, but I mean, I'm not going through DEF fuel hardly at all on any of my equipment. Some equipment on the Pacific Northwest might be there. I'm going to hop into this combine here in a second, but I'm not going to hop into him now because he's right in the middle of a field. Well, I'm not going to fire him until he's done anyways, is what I want to say, because I'll destroy the crops. There we go. How did you do it at the other end of the field, sir? Did you have enough room to turn around? Yeah, I was actually surprised on the sugar beet field that... No, you didn't have enough room to turn around. That the sugar beet harvester had room to turn around and basically harvest everything. Yeah, but I'm thinking no more root crop harvesting, no more pigs. Of course, I say that, and then you never know. You never know. Around and around. Probably get about 2 1/4 combines here. Maybe not even that much. Yeah, not even that much. What was I saying 2 for? I don't know. Not even close to... We're lucky we didn't even get 2. But hopefully some of these prices go up, but if they don't, it's not that much of a harvest. The only one I'd be concerned about is the sunflower price, because we already get quite a few sunflowers out of that field. We already got like what was it, like 50,000 liters, 58,000 liters of sunflower in our silo. So yeah, that would be pretty helpful if that price gets up to at least $1,100. And as we saw, it just stopped a little while ago at just over 1,000. So the way I've been seeing it work on the marketplace is after it goes up, of course, then it goes down. I never see it go up, stop, and then up. It always seems to go up, stop, down, stop, up, down. You get the point. Unless there's a great demand that comes along and changes the price dramatically, but I don't see that ever happening. Of course, I say that, and right now I see a great demand coming for sunflower at the garden center. Okay, didn't show up, but maybe, just maybe. Yeah, so I'm like I said, at the BGA, I'm leaving that little bit of silage just in case. I mean, the animals are not going to die if I don't feed them. We're not playing on seasons, but I would like to keep them fed so they keep producing until it comes time to sell their product, and then after that, I really am not going to care too much. All right, so before we go any further, let's go ahead and might as well empty out our harvester. Don't hit the Duke's fire. And I think on the new series, when we play seasons, we won't be doing the masher, because we're doing it on the Pacific Northwest as well. Yeah, I'm going to be I'm going to switch up some equipment one more time. I always say that, and then you fall in the habit of buying the same stuff once in a while because you have your favorites. Obviously, I like the masher because the header, can be its own trailer. That's a big plus for me on any combine. So I'm hoping this upcoming weekend for me, I have I have a couple days off from work, which is nice because you don't get days off from work. hopefully I can get some time to do some research and maybe look at some mods and check some things out. So when we start seasons, maybe I'll have a few things in store. I don't know. Of course, like I said, I don't have a map yet, but that's kind of a big starting point, I would think. You need a map, and I want it to be seasons ready. It's just like this because I did. Well, I didn't ask Alien Jim, but somebody did ask Alien Jim not long ago if Mercury Farms was season ready, and he said no, not yet. Obviously, there had to be an update, and I think he's. I haven't seen him post nothing much on his Facebook page the last couple of weeks, so I'm not sure what he's been up to. I'm pretty sure he's working hard when he gets time to work on it. So if any of you out there want to play Seasons on Mercury Farm in 19, this map is not Seasons ready. It's not that you can't play Seasons on the map, it's just that during winter the snow masking for the map, I don't know how that's all going to go. You may get snow going through areas that it shouldn't, or may not accumulate where it should. And you may have a problem with some of the trees. Other than that, I mean, you can't, like I said, you should be able to play Seasons on it, just that it's going to look kind of weird. And then when if he does put Seasons on Mercury Farm, usually when someone introduces Seasons to their map, you usually have to start a new save game. So just keep that in mind. And we are just about done for work today, which will just leave one more field to go. And then it'll be time to pack our things and get out of Dodge. Or in this case, Mercury Farms. Can I get the entire harvest here? Is my header fat enough to do this? But, I mean, the good news is we're going back to the Pacific Northwest with a chunk of change. We'll be able to buy another large field and merge some fields together, and then take off $1 million off our line of credit, our loan. So that will just mean more cotton to harvest and less payment at midnight, which is always a joy. I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm done using this header anyway, so I'll unfold the header here. Lower it down. Pipe in. And yes, I'm bringing the harvester back to the farm. I'm not going to leave it in the middle of the field and say I'll take care of it later. And the next week when we come back, I'm like, well, there's this harvester still sitting in that field. Alright, can't turn because my pipe is sitting in the trailer. I knew that. Yep, so one more thing to harvest, that's the sunflowers. Shouldn't take us too long to rip through that. So I'm thinking Monday's episode would be obviously harvest the sunflowers and watch the market price for the crops that we have. Maybe sell off some hay and straw and yeah, just basically look at the market and see what's ready to go. And just start selling some things off. Maybe some vehicles will sell off as well. We'll figure it out next week. Alright, so for now I'm just going to park everything in the yard wherever it may fit. No sense of putting it all away. And let's go on down here, grab our 14,000 liters of canola. Go ahead and put that into our silo. Look at that, we're quitting just at noon. How about that? dump this into our silo and save it for... I was going to say save it for a rainy day, but I hope next week it's not a rainy day. We need to harvest. Beautiful canola. Top notch, grade A. And might as well park it right next to everything else. One more harvest. One more week. And we'll have to say goodbye to Mercury Farms for FS19. Kind of forgot about our wood chipper being there. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you next time on Mercury Farms. But until then, have a good one. Boy, these sunflowers are tall.